Hi everybody, it's Miss Amy and I'm here to share another book with you. This book is called Not Quite Narwhal and it's written by Jessie, Sima. I do not own the rights to this book, but I'm glad I get to share it with you. How many of you know what a narwhal is? I will have to say, I really wasn't sure what one was until my daughters told me what one was. And then if you're still not sure, you could of course Google it, but you can watch Elf, and there's a part in it where a narwhal comes out of the ocean and he says, "Bye, buddy, I hope you find your dad." That's a narwhal. A narwhal lives in the ocean. It's like a whale with a unicorn head. Super strange, but that's what it is. All right, let's go ahead and start our book. Not Quite a Narwhal. Not Quite a Narwhal by Jessie, Sima. Could be Sima. Kelp was born deep in the ocean. Well, kelp must be that sweet little creature right there, and must be our main character. So cute. He knew early on that he was different from all the other narwhals. His tusk wasn't as long as everyone else's. He had different tastes in food, and he wasn't a very good swimmer. Oh, it doesn't look like kelp belongs in the ocean to begin with. That might be why he has that helmet on his head. But his friends didn't seem to mind, so Kelp decided he wouldn't either. Well, that's a good thought. That is, until he was swept away by a strong current. I wish I were a better swimmer. A current is something that happens in the water. It happens a lot in the ocean and in rivers, and it's fast flowing water under the water that can move this way or that way. Sometimes it even moves this way, and they're very dangerous. Kelp found himself at the surface, closer to land than he'd ever been before. High up on a cliff, he spotted a mysterious, sparkling creature. It looked so familiar. It looked like kelp. So look, he is above the water, at the top of the water. That's what the word surface means. And he is looking outside. It just happens to be nighttime. What do you think it is up there in that picture? Kelp swam toward land as fast as he could, which wasn't very fast at all. Remember, he couldn't swim very well. Hoping that he could catch up with the creature that looked just like him. When he finally reached the shore, Kelp felt a bit anxious. He had never left the ocean. Boys and girls, do you ever feel anxious? Miss Amy gets anxious. It just makes you kind of tense or kind of frightful or worried or concerned. So, Kelp's in a different place, so he's feeling a little anxious. He was nervous about walking for the first time, but the land creatures made it look so easy. Looks like he found some little crabs, huh? Oof! Ow! It wasn't. Eventually, he got the hang of it. It's a good thing Kelp didn't give up, because eventually it said he got the hang of it. Boys and girls, when there's something you're trying to do, don't give up, but keep trying. If at first you don't succeed, try again. Everything on land was strange and beautiful, but also kind of scary. Kelp began to think he might never find the creature that looked just like him, but as he stumbled out of the forest, land narwhals. Actually, we're unicorns, and by the look of it, so are you. Is that what you thought Kelp was? Did you think he was a unicorn? Wonder if unicorns and narwhals are related. Kelp had never heard of unicorns before. They taught him all sorts of new things about his tusk. We call them horns. Wow! They introduced him to unicorn delicacies, and they showed him how to gallop. There was no doubt that Kelp was, in fact, a unicorn. He was having so much fun that he didn't want to leave. It looks like they're shooting rainbows from their horns. But then he remembered all of his friends under the sea. Kelp missed them terribly. So he said goodbye to the unicorns and returned to the ocean. Come back soon. Kelp swam toward home as fast as he could, which wasn't fast at all, hoping that the narwhals would still like him now that he was a unicorn. When he finally arrived, Kelp had butterflies in his stomach. Have you ever had butterflies in your stomach? Welcome home, Kelp. I sometimes get unicorns when I'm nervous or when there's something new. Butterflies in my stomach. Kelp took a deep breath and told his friends the news. It turns out I'm not a narwhal. Of course you aren't. I'm a unicorn. We all knew that. They took it quite well. They must be real friends. They didn't care what Kelp was. They were just his friends and loved him. Kelp was happy to be home, but now that he'd experienced life on land with the unicorns, he couldn't seem to forget them. Did he want to be a land narwhal with the unicorns or a sea unicorn with the narwhals? Kelp couldn't decide. But then he realized that maybe, what do you think he's realizing? I think I know what he's realizing. Maybe, just maybe, he didn't have to choose. Look at all the narwhals and the unicorns playing together. They're having so much fun. This might be a future reference to another book after this book. You see the rhino right there? And here's Kelp. I'm a unicorn, it says. We'll have to see if another one is out about a rhinoceros. The end. Boys and girls, Did you know that you don't have to be just like your friends? It's okay to be different. And if they're good friends, they'll love you just as you are, and you shouldn't have to change. And you should never have to choose one friend over another. Your friends should not make you do that. You should all be able to play together. And if they don't want to play with each other, then you should be able to take turns. So, boys and girls, be happy who you are and be glad about who you are and everything about you, even if it does seem different. Thank you so much for enjoying this great book with these beautiful pictures with me. And I look forward to reading another book with you tomorrow. Have a good evening.